Best African countries to get rich. Hello explorers, welcome back to another exciting video presented to you by Explore, and thanks for watching. In this video we shall be presenting to you possible African countries where you can easily get rich and why we think you can quickly attain a certain level of financial success in these countries. For starters, riches has no home. In Wallace D. Wattles' book titled The Science of Getting Rich, he provokes us to think about something very important. He asks us to stop thinking about poverty as though it is caused by certain geographical locations, because even in the poorest countries in the world, there are still many rich people there. The thing is, you get rich anywhere in the world if you put in the work and play by the rules. However, we cannot deny the fact that some countries are set up in a way that enables its citizens to get rich or at least attain a certain level of financial success. A practical example are Scandinavian countries like Sweden, Norway, and Denmark, where the economic model allows for more people to be rich, especially business owners and entrepreneurs who utilize modern technology. Norway, for example, has 484 rich people per million inhabitants, meaning in every 1 million people in Norway, there are about 484 people worth $30 million and more. Norway is closely followed by Sweden. Denmark comes in at 5th place after known Scandinavian countries like New Zealand, Australia, and Canada. Based on these statistics, Scandinavian countries are the best countries in the world to get rich because social democracy enables these countries to offer free education, which enables its citizens to reach their full potential. Countries where education is free gives everyone equal opportunity toward achieving their dreams, thus achieving financial success, whereas countries with very expensive education will have less financially viable people. Another thing that makes this country stand out is that there is no minimum wage in Scandinavian countries because collective bargaining has pushed up the minimum salaries and people are earning more. Now, let's go back to our bone of contention, which is Africa. But before we do that, if you're new here, welcome. Be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our videos. Africa is made of developing countries where poverty and overall hardship is very dominant. However, there are quite a few rich people on the continent. So, how exactly did these people become rich? The Wealth Report defines a rich person as one with more than $30 million and more because these people are referred to as high net wealth individuals. Going by this definition, there are approximately 6,900 rich people in Africa, with South Africa leading with 2,070 people, followed by Egypt with 870, Nigeria and Morocco comes in at 3rd and 4th place with 500 and 200 people respectively. Overall, there are about 140,000 millionaires in Africa. As earlier mentioned in this video, you can get rich anywhere, so the big question is how does one get rich in a developing country? Straight answer, you pay attention to what rich people in developed countries have done and make it happen in your own country. Now, that's easier said than done, but we will expatiate shortly. First of all, let's disqualify 9-to-5 jobs as a means of getting rich. Yes, doing 9-to-5 with a good salary can get you a certain level of financial success, but you will never appear on Forbes' list of the richest people in the world while living from paycheck to paycheck. So for this video, we shall focus on business people and entrepreneurs. Now, this is how you get rich in a developing country. First, get an education. Notice we said education, not school. It doesn't matter if you get a college degree or not, learn and perfect your skills on the niche you're interested in, and that does not need to be done in confines or four walls. Learn how to read and write, learn basic communication skills, and get a successful mentor. Personally, I have been to a school and gotten a college degree, but the vast majority of the things I know today wasn't taught in school. Read books, blogs, and watch videos like the one you're currently watching. All this will prepare you on your path to financial success. Secondly, uniquely serve your people. Nobody knows the needs of your country better than you. Identify the major problems of your country and creatively provide solutions to those problems. It might be tough at the beginning, but with time you will stand out and be the leader in that particular sector. The third thing is, look at big trends that are already working in developed countries and haven't really penetrated your country and bring it over to your own country. If something is cool in one place, there is a high chance it will be cool in your own country, no matter how long it takes to be accepted. A typical example of some successful trends that were replicated in Africa are Iroko TV and Jumia.com. Netflix and Amazon were already trending in the West, and there was need for its equivalent in Africa. Should these companies decide to open branches in your country, they are left with little or no choice than to either buy you off or partner with you since you're already winning in the domain. Either ways, you win. Contrary to what many people think, getting rich in a developing country is way easier than getting rich in a developed country because there are more problems that require solutions in developing countries. The fact that you find yourself in a developing country is a blessing because some of the greatest minds in the world come from a place of struggle. Now, let's get into why you clicked on this video in the first place. African countries where you can easily get rich. Countries with low tax rates. Starting a business involves a lot of things, amongst which are taxes. So it is imperative to look for countries with good taxation policies. Countries like Singapore, Netherlands, Luxembourg have so many multinational companies because these countries are tax havens with very little or no tax on businesses. In Africa, taxes are generally high, with the average African country having a corporate tax of 30% and more. However, countries like Mauritius and Seychelles have some of the lowest tax rates on the continent at 15%. Other countries with relatively low tax rates include Ghana, Botswana, Liberia, Lesotho, and Egypt with less than 30%. There are also countries like Rwanda, Namibia, Zambia, Morocco, and Tunisia, which have high taxes but gives tax incentives to businesses. Due to the singular fact that you can do business in these countries easily, you can save some more money, and these countries are automatically suitable countries to get rich. Maghreb and Southern African countries. When it comes to development, countries in the Maghreb region and countries in Southern Africa top the charts. These countries include Morocco, Tunisia, Algeria, Namibia, South Africa, Botswana, Angola, Zimbabwe, and Eswatini. These countries have most emerging economies on the continent and are generally more prosperous than most African countries. With the exceptions of Nigeria, Kenya, and Ghana, all the countries with the largest economies in Africa are found in these regions. These regions also have some of the highest GDP and GDP per capita, both nominal and PPP, which implies their economies are working and its citizens generally enjoy a higher standard of living. These countries also have some of the richest native citizens within South Africa, Egypt, and Morocco topping the charts. South Africa, for example, has the second highest GDP in Africa at $371.2 billion, followed by Egypt and Algeria. With regards to per capita, Botswana, Namibia, Eswatini, Egypt, Algeria, and South Africa all have above $4,000. We initially wrote out the fact that 95 jobs can never get you on the Forbes list of the richest people in the world. However, putting aside the definition of the wealth report of who a rich person is with regards to Africa and looking at how low most of the currencies and cost of living are, one can easily be considered rich making the money per capita in these countries. So let's be more practical. A person earning $5,000 a month in most African countries can live a more luxurious lifestyle than someone in the US or Norway with equivalent amount of money every month. This is simply because the cost of living is cheaper in Africa than in the US and Europe, and also because when the dollar is converted to local currency, the person living in Africa is at an advantage. So living in a country with high per capita income and living a modest lifestyle can enable you save your way to financial success. Of course, by African standards. Countries with low taxes and countries with high GDP per capita are the best countries where you stand a chance of gaining financial success. But there is also a category of countries where you can easily get rich without lifting a finger. These countries fall under the category of corrupt countries. Whether we like it or not, there are so many rich people who got their wealth through bribery and corruption, and in Africa the numbers are alarming. Now, we are in no way suggesting that you move to corrupt countries to get rich, but we can't ignore the fact that the vast majority of people in Africa got rich through this practice. Corrupt countries typically experience economic and political turmoil. Those who find wealth in these countries, however, are normally high government officials or well-connected people, while the majority of the population struggle with poverty. Some corrupt practices include bribery, tax evasion, money laundering, and changing the laws to benefit the rich. For that, we have to include corruption as a means of getting rich. Some of these countries include Somalia, Nigeria, Sudan, South Sudan, and Chad. To include, Africa is a fertile ground for business opportunities. You can get rich in your current countries, but you need to get your mind right and get to work. But if you, for whatsoever reason, feel like your current location doesn't fit your goals, you could move over to Seychelles, Mauritius, Southern and Maghreb countries, or better still, you can relocate to the corrupt countries we mentioned if you're ready to play dirty. Thanks for watching this video. We have a dedicated video on the African countries with the richest people. Click on the card on your screen to check it out. If you did enjoy this video, do well to give it a thumbs up and do not forget to subscribe and share with your friends.